promised this land to your father. So God had it was a chain reaction for God. So some of the things that are happening to you now is not about you. It's about a generational thing that the Lord has called you to. Your life is about you. That's why all your plans, they begin and they are ending with you. No way. Do you know that when the Lord promised Abraham that I will give you, it was the only thing that Abraham did in that plan of God was to raise Isaac. That was the only thing he did, though. Are we clear on this? That was his part. You don't know your part. The truth of the matter is this: you must be very open to hear God, and then be very open to know that there is also a part you will play, but you may not reap from that which the in our what if any are you get raised Isaac. You know what it took him to tell the young man to lie down, tie his hands, tie his legs, and they like, do you know the level of obedience the old man had inculcated in that young man to stay like that, knowing fully well he will be killed? But that's a huge job for God, to get what Isaac. So that obedience that the father inculcated also made him to hear God, that even though the situation does not permit him staying, he stayed. And so not only did he stay, he added faith. The good act of faith was to go and sow. The Bible said in that year he sowed because the Lord said. And so when he sowed, you know what? He reaped. That wasn't the end. When he reaped, there were enemies coming. God did not kill his enemies. He did the first, he dug the first, they came. Second, third, he wasn't fighting them. You must learn the act. See, your life, there is too much that will bless you that even though you're sitting here, you've not come in contact with that thing that will bless you. And so that's why you must learn to live on a low pace. And sometimes it looks like you're marking time. No one can define what success is for you. Only God can define what success is for the one he had created. You know what success, the definition of success for Moses, that this one had been called as a deliverer to lead these people out of Egypt. The moment he did that, it was good for him. Success for John the Baptist was the one that will prepare the way for the Lord. So you look and think that after preparing, that he will be going, and the moment he finished that ministry, his death came. He wasn't there to applaud Jesus. And he didn't know. And so you'll be humble enough to know that there are doors you will open, but then you may not be there to reap it. And that is why you have to learn. So what staying will teach you is dependence. That whether I live or die, it doesn't matter. I have 5 children, but I tell you something. I sincerely want to live and see them grow. And that's my prayer. But there are women who also had good plans for their children. I have a friend. We have loads of plans for our children. In fact, when this woman was alive, you dare not touch the children. The moment the woman died, one of the days I went to bring the children from school, I saw these children trekking home. Those children wouldn't do that if that woman had been alive. Each time I look at them, it sends cold chills. Only Isaac. In blessing, I will bless you. Whoever curses you, all the things the Lord said to. But the truth was that if you look at the life of Abraham, he died a successful man. What's your destiny? What's your purpose? Where are you in destiny? Have you heard the Lord, or you're making plans for yourself? I'll do this, I'll do that. Check well. There is a very thin line between obeying the Lord and the ambitions in your heart. Very thin line. Make sure the Lord doesn't speak in your sentiments and your emotions, or they are possible. What his words are true. What he says, he do. What he does, that's what he has said. He's not a joker. He's not a mocker. And those things, God is not a man. Most of the things you interpret that God is saying, those are not what he's saying. So when he says it, you need to, if he says move. After my brother's death, I hands off every ministry. I said I need to know what God is saying. I don't want to shadow box. The only thing left of me was the prayer ministry I was doing. Because I noticed that it was in those prayers that I find strength. And believe me, day in, day out, things are becoming clearer. The truth is, you see that celebrity you want to become, it's possible that's God's destiny for you. But there are people who are not celebrities, but they were successful. Jael was at home, yet she was the one who killed Sisera. Deborah couldn't. She was the one at the forefront. And when you have learned to hear God, you find out that staying is not making you a small person. It makes you, you're free. You're free. You're not marking time. You live off unnecessary expectation. You remove the packaging. You remove the masking. You will rid yourself of the heavy load that life and performance have given you. What is it about? God is calling you to free you this minute. The Bible said, they that wait upon the Lord, they shall renew their strength. Donsin will always say, Minister Donsin will say, the secret to speed is what? In waiting. Have you learned to wait? You think your mates are getting married. Wait, oh, have you not seen people who got married today and become widows 6 months after? You have to wait so you know what God is saying. It's not about the marriage. It's not about the school. They are good though. Good things you should do. But then, it's not something to kill yourself. Can you remove your eyes off another person's life and focus so you will hear? And focus. And perhaps you are on the way and you're shadow boxing. You are confused. It's time to hands off everything and wait. You are not sure anymore. It's time to hands off. It doesn't matter what people will say. Maybe they think you're a big time minister. It doesn't matter. Hands off. Remove your hands. And do what? Wait. It is the end that justifies the means. It's not about, people think you're brisk walking. You're brisk walking. But they look, you're still standing at a place. Now somebody is doing you are not doing anything. You are standing in one place. You activity, yet empty activity. Can you stop the performance? I don't know what the Lord has said to you, but it is time to take note, to evaluate. I've lived for 10 years. I'm 15 years old. I'm 20 years. I'm 35. I am 50. But out of this 50 years, where is purpose? Where is destiny? After my brother's death, I hands off I want to go there. People telling you, I said, I'm not coming. I'm not coming. Something had gone wrong somewhere. I want to start from my house. Is it not the Holy Ghost that will push people down here that will start from my house? If the Holy Ghost not push down my children, then I'm not carrying him. The principle, remember I said you will win with principle. The principle is you will start from where? Jerusalem to Samaria to the ends of the earth. It didn't say I will leave Jerusalem and go, not possible. And so, in destiny, Moses was a deliverer. The first assignment he did, I think it was the book of Galatians or something, the apostles preaching, that said that when Moses killed that Egyptian, he was thinking that his brethren will understand that he was the deliverer. He knew, something in him told him. He knew. But the way he perpetrated it was wrong. To orchestrate a situation, to pursue him. You are the deliverer, but not that style that you're bringing up. Quit the structuring. Quit the plans. Allow the Lord make his plan. The man heard the Lord. He stayed. And as a matter of fact, while he was looking, he was able to tell from the happenings of his life what the Lord is saying. The first time he dug the water, enemies were still coming. He dug until no enemies. So it was a sign to show him that the Lord had made his enemies to be at peace with him. He wasn't fighting them. He continued digging. So the process he was taking, he's waiting, allowing God to do his thing. So sometimes you look, it's as if God is cool. God is not fast.